Hi everyone, welcome to another video. In this video we talk about another React Native component, which is text. Text component is for displaying text in React Native. This component supports nesting, styling and touch handling. It's simple, and the main role of this component is to write text inside our React Native. We have an example here in the official website of React Native. We will take and work on this example. Here we have an example of a nested title and body text will inherit the font family from style-based text, which is here. We will first go to our Visual Code Studio and use the text component. Here, as you see in my project, I name it React Native Beginner. It's a React Native project. Here I created this folder named course. I will put in this course every videos that we do in our React Native courses. Until now we have just one example. It's 5 view component. We did this example in the last videos. Here I put a folder named 5 view component, which is the number of our video in our React Native series. And 6, which is the video of today, which is the text component. To more understand, let's move to my YouTube channel. Here in my YouTube playlist, which is React Native Beginner, it's our courses. As you see here, our first video, it's introduction. The second is environment setup. And the third is project file. Fourth is a core component. In the 5 video, we have 5 view component. In this last video, we take an example. So in the Visual Studio, we created this folder. And this is our last example. As you see here, our last example is the 2 boxes. One it's blue, the other it's red. And our video for today, it's the text component. Why I do this? Because I want to organize the React Native courses. And I already upload this project, the whole project, in the GitHub. And whenever you want to take a look and show our example and courses, you just need to go into GitHub and check all the examples in our courses. So I will put a link of my GitHub in description, and every course have a link to its example in the GitHub. So first go to my GitHub repository, which is React Native Beginner. As I said, you will find this link in my video description. Here in our course folder, you will find another folder. It's 5 view component, which is, as I said, which is here, 5 view component. Let's check our example here, view component, JSX. And every video have a commit. So, and our commit of this course, 5 view component, it's here. Hover of the commit, and you will show a video. The video it's linked to our example. Click the link. When you click the link, you will be automatically directed to the course. It's 5 view component, which is our GitHub, this code. Let's complete our video, which is a text component. To do this example in official React Native website, we need to go to Visual Studio, and our course and our video it's number 6 text component. Inside this folder, I will create a file named the component we have today, which is text component.jsx. So here we need to create an export function, export default function. We'll name this function the same name of our file, which is text component. And here, as we said before in the last courses, we will return our component. You need to do an empty container to prevent errors in our case. And here let's create our text component. To create a text component, you need to write text. Here in the second, as you see here, we will import this text component from React Native. Click that, and here our text component, it's imported from React Native. If you don't yet install the Visual Studio extension that help us to auto import this component, you need to install it or watch the last videos which we have installed the extension. Here in our text, as you see, text is also a container. Let's write here some text. For example, hello. Let's execute our code in our mobile phone and check if it's work. Here I have connected my mobile phone to my PC, and here open terminal. From here, terminal, new terminal. Let's minimize this explorer to run the code in our mobile phone. npx expo start. As you see, our QR code is generated. Let's scan this QR with my mobile phone. Go here to your installed expo, and here scan code. We will scan this code and wait a moment until the app is run in our mobile phone. As you see here, our last example run in our mobile phone, but for us, we don't need this to be run in our mobile phone. We need this text component. Let's go to app.js and change our component. As you see here, the main component in our app.js file, it's view component, but in this video we need the text component. Let's remove this component and add our new component for today, which is in this file, text component. Let's write text. As you see here, you should click on the second text component, which is our text component, which is here. Click and close. As you see here, our text right in the top of status bar. We will fix this problem later. And here we don't need anymore this component. Let's remove it, which is a view component. The app.js file, it's the main file in React Native apps. When we first run our mobile app, the React Native check first app.js and run the code inside the app function, which is in our case the text component. So let's move to our component here, which is text component, and complete our example in the official website. Let's move here. Here in our example, we have a use state that contains a title text. Let's create this use state. Let's remove this component. And here, let's create our use state. Const. Here our title text. Here set. As you see, our use state hook is pre-built in our React framework. If you are already familiar with the React, you will easily understand this hook, which is use state. If you don't understand the React, you should take a React course, because it's very, very important to understand React Native. So you should pause this video and watch a React JS course. And after that, you should continue our React Native course, because if you don't know React, you wouldn't follow our React Native courses. So you should watch React JS course first. Here we forget to initialize the use state. Let's copy this. Here let's initialize our title text state. Here bird's nest. We have a body text constant variable. We have here inside the variable. This is a really bird nest. Let's create here our body text constant variable. This is not really a bird nest. Good. Let's complete our example. And we have also here on press title callback function. Let's skip this. So let's create this text component. here text component, it's already imported. As you'll notice here, our main text have a nested text inside, so we call this text, it's a container of the nested text. Let's create the nested text. Here our nested text. Here inside our nested text we have a title text which is use state. Let's write it. Inside our nested text we have our title text. In React, if you want to show a value of a variable inside a container, you need to wrap it between semicolons like this. We wrap our title text between two semicolons. And let's save. We have here our bird's nest showing on the top of the status bar of our mobile phone. We will fix this later. We will move it down. So let's complete our example. What we have here also, we have let's copy these back slashes. Put it here inside our nested text component to skip 2 lines after the title text. Also, we have another nested component text inside the main component. So write it that contain a body text, which is our second variable. Let's write it inside our main text component. Here we have text. Let's write our constant variable, which is body text. Let's save. As you see here, our body text is shown in our mobile phone. Okay, what's next? Let's show our example here. Here we finished our text component. So we move to style. As we know, we don't yet cover the style course, but in the next video after this video, we will cover these style hooks and show all the thing about this style in React Native, because it's very important to know about these styles. It's written in JavaScript style, as we see before. Here let's wrap this text with a view, the component that we shown in the last video. Here let's add our style to the view, style. Let's add the margin top of the view, margin top. Let's add 50. Okay, good. So now we have this component, it's under our status bar, it's good. Let's continue our example. What we have the external style, const styles name, style. Let's add an object inside this create function. Here let's create our styles. We have base text style and the titles text. Let's begin first with base text. What we have inside the base text style, we have a font family Cochin. Here we have the base text style. Here we have font. Here let's add our font family Cochin. Here inside that base text we have only font family. Let's move to the title text style. We have font size 20 and font white bold. Here we have size. The font weight. Bold. So that's it. Let's move to affect this style to our text component. We have here in the first text component style base text, which is the first style. Here inside our text component we have props style. Here we have our name of the constant variable styles. And to access to our base text style inside the style constant, we need to add the name of the constant variable, which is style, and point, and the name of our style, which is base text. Here, let's save. As you show here in the mobile screen, we have a font family Cochin. It's not system font, because this font is not imported in our React Native project. For this font family issue, we will cover it in the next video. Let's move forward. Here the second style, which is title text, that affect to the nested text component. Here, title text. Let's move to the nested text component, which is style props equal. Here our name of the constant variable style and the name of our style. We will affect title text. Let's save. As you see here, our text is changed to the font size of 20 and font weight of bold. Here I forget to explain this. Here we have the main component of the two nested text, the first and the second. The style props of the main component is affected to the all component inside this main component. So font family Cochin will be affected to the nested text component, the first, and the second text component, because we affect our style to the main component, which is text component of this nested two text. So let's move. Here also what we have a props number of line, which is specify the number of line of this text component. Here our props number of line, we have to specify 5. As you see in the screen of the mobile, nothing changed because we have only one line of the text. Let's change this text. Let's add more text inside this body text, which is here. Let's duplicate this text. Save. As you notice here, the number of the line in the emulator still the same. Why this happened? Because of the nested text. The nested text is inside another. When you nest a component, React Native treats them as a single block of text with styles and properties cascading from the parent of the child components. This can affect how the numbers of lines work. If you set numbers of lines on a nested text, the outer text might take precedence and impact the inner text layout. So to resolve this problem, let's move our text component outside of the main text component here and click save. So as you see here, our number of lines reduced to 2. Let's check another. Let's change to 3. As you see here, our text component lines changed to 3. Here we had another props, which is ellipse size mode. Ellipse size mode. Here we have different properties. Clip. As you see here in the end of the text, we cut the 3 dots. Let's remove that and try again. Here, as you see, we have the 3 dots. Here we have different properties. You can try it. Here we have in the nested text component, we have a props on press, that means a press handler. These on press props contain on press title callback function, which is on press title. It's an arrow function. Let's create this arrow function here, which is on press title. Here in let's create this function. Const title here equal. Here we have inside this arrow function site title text, which is a use state. So we will affect this text to the constant variable of the use effect, which is title text. let's affect this variable. Let's affect this text, which is bird nest text. This affectation will be set only when we click the text component. When we click over the text component, these props on press, these props handle the click and execute this callback function, which is on press title. Let's affect this text to our component. Say set title text. Here add this text that will be affected to the title text here in the use state. So let's add these props on press inside the nested text component, which is here on press. Here we will add our callback function, which is on press title. Add it here and save. Here when we save, nothing happens, but the change will be affected after on press over the text component, which is that contain the title text, which is here our title text bird's nest. So let's click over this bird nest and see what's happened. As you see here, our text changed to bird's nest press. As you see here, when we click over the text component, our initialize title text, which is this, changed to the bird's nest pressed, which is the callback function that executed on the press props. Here one more thing, that is if you want to create a text, if you want to add a text, you need to add it inside the text component. If I try now to create a text outside of a text component like this, test text here. As you see here, I get this error, render error, text string must render within a text component. So whenever you want to add a text, you should add it into the text component. So that's it for the video of today, which is the text component. Let's remove that, save. If you want to use this code inside the text component, you need just to take a look in the description of this video. You will find there two links. The first link is the video source code, and the second is the whole React Native series project inside the GitHub. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.